everyone! So this video is a little bit late, but if you saw in my empties, I have been really bogged down by university work over the past few weeks, so I'm just going to jump into it now. This is my first quarter update for my beauty inventory. In case you don't know, I do keep tabs on all of my numbers across my beauty products, including my makeup, my skincare, hair care, perfume, and nail polish, just so I can track how I'm using them up over the course of a year or so, and I share them with you because sometimes it's interesting and it's a little bit fun to nose into people's numbers. I will say this inventory is going to be a little bit different from my other ones in the past, mostly because I've decided to do away with my ideal numbers category. So that was when I used to say how many numbers of a product I would like to have in the future. Basically, at this point, I'm not really putting that kind of pressure on myself with my makeup collecting, and I'm far more interested in loving and using the products I have than having a certain amount of products. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments. So what I'm going to do is run through each category, each product, the amount I have now, the amount I had at my last inventory, which was in December, and yeah, basically that's what I'm going to do. If that's the kind of thing that interests you, then please keep watching. First up is makeup, and we'll start with face products. So in December, I had 7 foundations, which broke down into 5 BB creams or tinted moisturizers and 2 liquid foundations. I currently have 10 foundations, which breaks down to 7 BB or tinted moisturizers and 3 liquid foundations. In December, I had 1 primer. I still have 1 primer. In December, I had 3 powders. I now have 2 powders. In December, I had 3 concealers. I still have the same 3 concealers. For blush, I had 22 in December, which broke down to 9 powder and 13 cream. I now have 25, which breaks down to 12 powder and 13 cream. For highlighters, I used to have 7, which was 5 powder, 1 cream, and 1 liquid. I now have 11, which is 9 powders, 1 cream, 1 liquid. For bronzer, I used to have 4, I now have 3. Now onto eye products. In December, I had 1 primer. I still have 1 primer. In December, I had 3 cream eyeshadows. I still have the same 3 cream eyeshadows. In December, I had 9 pigments. I still have those 9 pigments. I had 6 single shadows. I now have 8. I had 11 eyeshadow palettes. I now have 13. I had 8 liners. I still have 8 liners, and that breaks down into 2 gel liners, 5 pencil liners, and 1 liquid liner. In December, I had 2 mascaras. I now have 3 mascaras. I had 1 brow powder. I still have 1 brow powder. I had no brow pencils in December. I still have no brow pencils. And in December, I had 1 brow gel, and I still have 1 brow gel. And onto lip products. In December, I had 1 lip pencil. I now have 2 lip pencils. I had 32 lipsticks, which broke down into 10 crayons, 8 liquids, and 14 bullets. I now have 31 lipsticks, which is 10 crayons, 8 liquids, and 13 bullets. I had 8 glosses. I now have 6 glosses. I had 4 balms, and I now have 5. Now onto skincare products. Makeup removers. In December, I had 1. I now have 2. In December, I had 3 cleansers. I now have 2 cleansers. I had 1 scrub. I still have 1 scrub. I had 4 toners or facial sprays. I now have 3. I had 2 eye serums. I now have 1. I had 2 face serums. I now have none. I had 2 moisturizers. I now have 3. I had 1 face oil. I now have 2. I had 4 face masks. I now have 5. I added a new category of spot treatments, so I don't remember how many I had in December, but right now I have 2. And I had 2 sunscreens in December, and I still have 2. For body care products, I had 3 shower gels in December. I now have 2. I had 7 bars of soap in December. I now have 5. I had 12 lotions. I now have 10. I had no scrubs. I still have no scrubs. I used to have 1 body oil. I now have 2. I used to have 4 bath products. I still have 4 bath products. And I used to have 1 tanning lotion, and I still have 1 tanning lotion. And onto hair care. So in December, I had 2 shampoos. Now I have none. In December, I had 1 co-wash. I now have 2. I had 3 conditioners. I now have 1. I had 1 leave-in conditioner. I now have none. I had 2 styling products in December. I now have 4. I used to have 1 oil in December, and now I have the same one. and I've added a new category for treatments, and I have 1 treatment. Now onto my other categories, which are perfume and nail polish. So in December I had 6 bottles of perfume. Those are full-size bottles. I now have 11. I also had 5 samples in December. I now have 3. For nail polish, I used to have 1 base coat. I now have 1 base coat. I used to have 1 top coat. Now I have 2 top coats. I used to have 1 treatment, and now I have 2 treatments. I used to have 3 glitters, and I still have the same 3 glitters. And now for colors, I used to have 36 colors. I now have 37. That breaks down to 1 black, 7 blues, 6 purple, 5 pink, 1 red, 6 oranges, 2 greens, and 9 neutrals. And for strips, like the little stickers you put on your nails, I used to have 2, I now have 3. So there you go. Those are my numbers for my beauty inventory update for the first quarter of 2016. Sorry I ran through those numbers very quickly. As much as this is a video for you guys to know where my collection sits, it's also a record for me to keep track of where I'm going and how I've gone so far in the past. So as you can see, a lot of my categories have gone up, but a lot of them have also gone down, and quite a few have stayed the same. So I feel pretty average about that. I know a lot of sections are going to grow over the next year or so, just because that's the nature of collecting makeup, but I am pretty happy with where my collection is right now, other than the fact that I have too much lotion and soap. Way too much. Way too much. So there you go, those are my numbers. If you do beauty inventories, please let me know down below and link me if you can. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.